Hello everyone, welcome back to Cluster-B-Milkshake. I am your host, along with support Pipit, Jaws, support puppet, Mr. Chicken, yes. Today we are going to talk about the cowardly narcissist. Now, I'm going to go through a few things, and how about if you have experienced any of these things yourself, being a narcissistic person who is now self-reflective, or if you have dealt with somebody in your life and you can pinpoint out some things, because I ain't going over every goddamn thing that ever happened in my life, but I could pick up on something that you tell me that I have never realized in myself either. So let's help the class. First, fear of exposure. Now, this is not fear of being called out a narcissist. Most unaware narcissists do not know that they are narcissists. So they're not hiding that fact. So when people around the internet community screaming that we're afraid of exposure of a mental health issue, that is not accurate. What we are afraid of is bad behavior exposure. We know that when we're being assholes. We know when we are being two-faced, when we gossip, when we are backstabbing. We know when we are lying. Cheating, of course. Do they know they're cheating? Yes. Is there such thing as falling into a cheat? No. No. You know that you should not be talking to this person the way that you are talking to them. We know that we should not be sharing intimate details about our relationship with somebody else. We know this. We know how we really feel about our partner, to look like the victim. We know that we are doing this. Now, I'm not saying that narcissistic people do not believe that they are victims. Yes, they do. Especially if you're not falling in line, you're not letting them control you. They don't think that it's control, though. We think that it's you are being abrasive. You don't care about us. You're not doing what we want. And if you do not do what we want, become over-aggressive, we can rage out on you. We can split on you. These things is a narcissistic defense. These things happen by default, but we know, okay? We do know these things. Now, if, say, I exposed these bad behaviors to someone that I believed could be trustworthy, say that they exposed some things about them, and so I exposed some things about myself. I tell you guys to do this too with people that you think are just walking red flags. If you expose something, real or fake, you will extract some information from a narcissistic person. And narcissists do this too. So you can share. And if they're getting into a shared fantasy with you and they think that you're bonding on some spiritual level or whatever, they're going to expose themselves without thinking about it. Now, my dumb ass did this once, and I never thought that it was going to be used against me several months down the road. And when it was, this, I think, feeds into my paranoia. I trust people less, and I omit information a lot more. But when your narcissism is just flying, you think you're the baddest motherfucker in the world, you're exposing all of this shit, thinking that nothing is gonna hurt you. Nothing's going to penetrate you, nothing. We will expose ourselves to you. Anyway, so fear of exposure by a narcissist who has been betrayed in the past, they will worry about that. Otherwise we wouldn't be talking shit all the time about other people. Think, McFly. Think, okay? Fear of confrontation, yes. So denying allegations, so we do not have to get into an argument. Our anxiety is going up. So what do? The easy way out is to deny. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Even if you bring proof of something, what are you doing? What are you going to do? How many times have you seen TikTok videos or whatever of, the woman printing out messages, pictures, proof? Proof is for you. That's a reality test. That is your sign that this person is shady as fuck and you need to get out. Trying to say, haha, is just going to frustrate you more when the narcissistic person denies. They don't want to have an argument with you. And if they do start to or try to get angry and blame shift everything on you, that's also denying responsibility for themselves. It does seem confrontational, but you started it. You came at me. So that's your fault. But usually a narcissistic person wants to cut that shit to the quick, deny things that are real, and make you you're just in a pile of anger, sadness, and betrayal trauma. Okay? And of course, somebody with low empathy wouldn't give a fuck as long as they are protecting themselves. Okay? We're number one. We're protecting number one. Next, rude comments disguised as jokes. Now, I will do this purposely and I will do it unconsciously. It really doesn't matter to you. It's hurting your feelings anyways. I will call you hypersensitive, a pussy, whatever, if you cannot take what I am putting down. So it's not always 100% like I'm trying to torment you, belittle you, and tear you down. I can do that too, but not in the sarcastic, joking way. This is how I grew up. We talk shit about each other all the time. And the other person would get a bigger dig out on us. But if you get upset, if you are not that type of person that's going to talk shit back, if it is going to hurt your feelings, then the narcissist, to preserve from feeling any shame whatsoever, I don't even know if that's the right word for it, but to keep themselves from feeling any shame, they're going to say that they're fucking just joking. And it is your problem that you could not laugh it off. Okay? Next. The flight response. This is PTSD responding to confrontation. So they're going to want to get the F out of the situation ASAP. So you will get the silent treatment. You will get passive aggressiveness. You will be guilted. Projecting is a normal response for a narcissistic person to deflect any ugly feelings that they feel about themselves onto you, and discarding for real and imagined slights. I have done all these things. So if I feel that you're being confrontational, if you are telling me, even if it's not real, I'm eating my tongue, even if it's not real coming from you, because everything isn't, you're the judge, jury, executioner. You get to, you can be wrong sometimes as well. You might have your own mental health issue going on. Remember, narcissists really do enjoy the borderline flavor going down. You could be hyper anxious with your attachment style, anything. And so if you're confronting me and it's not real, I'm not going to be able to change your mind. So even if I am in a calm state and I'm trying to change your mind and it's not happening, and you're looking at me like I'm a deceiver when I'm actually not doing that on purpose this time, I'm going to take off. If you are confronting me over something that we can actually have a conversation with, I do not know how to communicate properly, and I will take off. I will, ghost you, whatever, just because I can't deal with all these heightened emotions. My normal is feeling a baseline of nothingness, and I will blame you for causing me to react in this PTSD flight response. Okay? Next, anything else? Yes, fraudulent feelings of self. This is us having to mimic human behavior. I will feel rejected if they know that I'm actually dead inside. I can make jokes all day long, but you're just going to think that it's me being sarcastic. You would never believe that somebody's a complete void. After you get out of relationships with us, you're like, everything was fake, everything, I can't believe. Now, of course, narcissistic people have feelings. They're usually a lot of negative behavior. We do mimic positive behavior or empathetic behavior, humbled behavior. So we are trying to act normal, or what normal is supposed to be, so we can blend in and try to have relationships with people. As you know, narcissists need other people to boost their self-esteem, positive supply. If that doesn't work, we will extract negative supply. Remember, indifference is our kryptonite. Then therapy. Therapy is the word that's like, therapy. So we'll fuck with the therapist because you don't know me. You don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know nothing. Unless you're a narcissist person yourself, you understand all of these behaviors on your own. You can actually call things out on me. But if I'm not ready to hear that stuff, I'm a fucking coward that I'm going to have somebody telling me that who I am or what I'm doing is just a big pile of bullshit. Me just learning these things over these last several years has been what the fuck? Who am I? What is going on? Why? I don't believe these things until I really dive deep, sat with these things. It's not a good time. You're sitting in this pain and everything. You do not want to feel shame. You always pushed all that shit down. I didn't know what shame was. And so I'm going to end up attacking the therapist. This is why therapists don't like fucking dealing with our shit. They don't. And it's hard to find one that does. The therapist will challenge my false self of being perfect. No, you're going to give me narcissistic injuries. You're going to be telling me that my reality is not real. Then what am I? What am I? So I'm just this fake thing walking the earth, this meat sack that just downloads, 10 times a day, 100 times a day, 1 million times a day, 1 billion times a day, 1 trillion times a day, 1 billion times a day, 1 trillion 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 times a day, 1 tril what I see, other people doing, and then I'm trying to be that thing, then you wonder why, we got all this anger and shit all up in here. You wonder why we have all of this anxiety going on up here. You wonder why we're always trying to control everything, boast about things, brag about things, try to make us, we're little kids playing make-believe forever. And we cannot fathom failing in any way, why everybody else is blamed for our own failures. So these are some things that I wrote down about being a coward, because being brave is being afraid and doing it anyway. So when people say that I'm brave for doing this, I can cognitively understand why you are saying that, but I just feel nothing. I'm just like, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm just throwing the grenade out there. You can like it or not. And because of my antisocial traits, I'm cool with fighting you strangers. Bullying is, masturbatory for me. So I hope this was helpful. Give me your thoughts, feelings, anything that you have ever experienced in the past. Even asking me questions helps me self-reflect on if these things have ever happened to me, and you guys are helping me grow too. Okay? All right. What do we say? Have a great day. Namaste.